Welcome back, ladies, gents, non-binary friends. Today I'm making a very exciting video, especially for myself, because I love doing research and I love looking at pageant history. And I thought it would be a good idea to look at women who have competed at both Miss World and Miss Universe. Yes, our faves. Okay, well, Miss World isn't really like that big of a fave, but you know what I mean. They are the OGs. And so it's very interesting to look at these incredible women who've competed at both these pageants. And some of these women have absolutely thrived at both of these pageants, but some have gone unplaced at one and actually won another one. So, oh my goodness. Let's get into this because I'm very excited to make this video today. The first woman who I'm going to be talking about is, of course, McLean. Yes, my home country, Namibia. Once we did well at international pageantry. Can you actually believe it? We had the goddess herself, McLean. She competed at Miss World and got a top 5 placement, but then went on to compete at Miss Universe, which of course you guys know she won. She was Miss Universe 1992. Michelle is an absolute icon until this day in Namibia, and I think she will remain so until we start doing well at Miss Universe and Miss World again. But when's that gonna happen, you know? Moving on to my neighboring country of Botswana, keeping it in the Southern African region, is Mpule Kwelagobe from Botswana, of course, and she competed at Miss World. Did you guys know this? I didn't, and I think the reason for that is because she did not place at Miss World. Now granted, she did compete at Miss World in 1997, which was 2 years before she went on to conquer the universe, but still, I would think that a woman who is capable of winning Miss Universe in 1999 would be equally capable of at least placing at Miss World in 1997, so I thought this was interesting. Another woman who competed at Miss World but did not place and then went on to win Miss Universe is Angela Visser. She was of course from the Netherlands and she won Miss Universe 1989 but competed at Miss World in 1988 and failed to place. And this just goes back to my theory on how Miss World and Miss Universe really look for different things in their contestants, and it's only sometimes with some very special women that, you know, a contestant can possess all of the qualities that both of these competitions are looking for, but a lot of the times, you know, a woman can only possess some of the qualities that one of these competitions are looking for, and that's okay. And I think that one of these very special women who possessed all of these qualities that made both of these major international competitions take a liking to her was Rosemarie Frankland. She competed at Miss Universe 1961 as Wales and got a first runner-up placement. She then went on to compete at Miss World 1961 as the United Kingdom and actually won Miss World 1961. Gina Swainson from the Bermuda has a similar story where she competed at Miss Universe in 1979 and got a first runner-up placement and then went on to compete at Miss World 1979 and actually won Miss World. A woman who had the same fate, of course, was Helen Morgan, although her story is very, very sad and tragic. She competed at Miss Universe 1974 and got a first runner-up placement, but then went on to compete at Miss World and actually won Miss World, but she was forced to resign because it was discovered that she had a child and she had a messy ex who was talking smack about her in the press. And then also at the Miss Universe side, where she was crowned first runner-up, Mpule was all but dethroned, and the Miss Universe organization couldn't necessarily give the crown to the first runner-up because this woman had been, you know, axed from Miss World because she had a child. So 1974 was a mess, guys. But anyway, that's Helen Morgan's story. Moving on. We of course all know Agbani Darego, the beautiful Nigerian woman who was crowned Miss World 2001, but she also competed at Miss Universe. Yes, she competed at Miss Universe in 2001 and reached the top 10. The beautiful Dominican Aimee De La Cruz, of course, also competed at Miss Universe 2009, where she reached a placement of first runner-up. But she also competed at Miss World 2007, where she reached the top 16 and also got the Beach Body Award. Now, I very much believe that Yendi Phillips from Jamaica was very much inspired by Ada, because Yendi competed alongside Ada at Miss World 2007, where she also reached a top 16 placement. But in 2010, Yendi went on to compete at Miss Universe and reached a first runner-up placement as well. Patricia Rodriguez is also a woman who competed at Miss World in 2008 and reached a top 15 placement, but she represented her beautiful country Spain at Miss Universe 2013 and got a first runner-up placement. Now, she really had time to prepare for Miss Universe because she had like 5 years between Miss World and Miss Universe. Now, the next two names and faces are going to be women that you are going to recognize definitely. And the first woman who I'm going to be talking about is our very previous Miss Universe, Andrea Meza from Mexico. She was, of course, crowned Miss Universe 2020. But did you know she competed at Miss World 2017, where she received a first runner-up placement? Similarly, the beautiful and iconic Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray from the Philippines, went and competed at Miss World 2016, where she reached the top 5. Now, I know that there are plenty of women who have competed at both pageants throughout the decades. I know, especially from South Africa, there were a bunch of Miss South Africas who went and competed at both. But for this video, I really just wanted to focus on the main ones who, reached the top 2 at one of these pageants, or even better, won one of these pageants. But I think this was so interesting to research. I know that there are tons and tons and tons more women who have competed at both. So if you know of any, please let me know in the comments down below. I know that there was a time in history where Miss South Africa actually competed at both when they were held in different times of the year. But I'm not going to mention any of that because I just wanted to focus on like the main internationally recognizable ones. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Bye!